Hey guys, I wanted to do another base breakdown or base analysis here, and here I've got set up probably the most popular base that I see, at least that we've gone against. I've seen this base more than any other base. It's called the Tailor. I believe it started out as a hybrid base, like a farming base that kind of protected your Town Hall and your Dark Elixir, and your resources to an extent. But clearly it's very popular in war since I've seen it pretty much all the time. So I wanted to talk about it because with every base there's good things and there's bad things. So I kind of wanted to have it as a side-by-side with the anti 3-star base video that I made previously. So the first thing that's... Why don't we go over the good things first, because there's not very many of them. But it does have well-placed... it does have balanced air defense. Almost every building is covered by air defense, not this cannon or this cannon or this archer tower. Or this cannon, but almost everything is covered by the air defenses, and so it's pretty spread out. The balloon pathing to the air defenses is pretty good. I know this because I've gone against it in farming battles, and I'll use Balloonion, and I'll spread my balloons out here, and they go to this Archer Tower, then Wizard Tower, Archer Tower, whatever, or Tesla, but it takes a long time. They can never really get to the air defenses, so it's kind of hard to get them. It has heroes in the core, which isn't always great, but they're not super exposed, I guess. It has the air sweepers are placed pretty well. They're probably going to get used to some extent, or at least one of them. It's got Teslas behind storages, so they can push out a lot of damage. And I like where the skeletons are. Now this isn't... There are variations on this base. I just looked up an internet build of it. I'm sure some people move things around sometimes. I think I've seen people put Teslas here. But most of the time, it's something like this. You've got this like row of traps here in front of the air defense. But I like the skeleton trap placement by each of the heroes, so they can use as distraction before your kill squad gets locked onto the heroes. And that's pretty much it for the good things about it. You could argue that you kind of need a jump spell, because you can only really break into these side pockets, and to get into the core, it could be difficult to path your troops to the core where you want to get to the, the expos, the queen, etc. But that's about it for the good stuff. The bad stuff, to start out, the weaknesses of this base. First off, it's symmetrical pretty much, which is really bad. I mean, it's fine for a farming base, but for some reason people want to have their bases they want to have everything on the same on all sides and to make like a nice pretty looking base, but that's not how you win. This base is pretty much awful in terms of having everything on each side, and then, okay, we put a mortar and an air defense here, and it just makes it for really weak against anybody who knows anything about 3-star attacks, because look at this. How easy would it be to come in here, get with whatever, 2 golems, break this wall, take out these 2 air defenses and the queen, and then it's game over. That's not a very expensive kill squad. You'll have plenty of lava hounds and balloons for the back end. But that's pretty easy. You might not even use a jump spell. If you do, there you go, 1 spell. You used 1 spell, so you got 4 spells for your for the back end. So you can use freezes or rages or a bunch of haste spells or whatever you want to just send in loons all over the base. So there's a problem there. It's really symmetrical. Everything is very predictable. The traps are atrocious. Traps can make or break a raid. Chances are, if they're let's say they're doing a hog attack, and they trigger both skeleton traps, and the hogs run over all of the spring traps and all of the giant bombs, chances are they're gonna fail. So, these traps, I don't think they could be placed any worse. These bombs, you send 1 hog in and it's triggered. 1 hog in here and it's triggered. Same thing with these. These spring traps don't make any sense at all. If they're going here to here, they don't trigger these. And if they're going here to here, they might trigger them, but they might not. This one is next to a dark elixir drill, and I guess the person was just like, well, there's more archer towers than cannons, so I'm just going to put a dark elixir drill here, so this doesn't make any sense at all. And then this one, I don't know how is that even supposed to be triggered ever? There's no reason for a troop to walk over here. There's no reason for a troop to go like this. They're most likely going to be going into the base. That spring trap's just never going to be used. Same thing with those little bombs. I know the little bombs don't do very much damage, but putting them next to a spring trap doesn't make any sense either. And here, what is this? How is this ever going to be used? Somebody's going to somehow break this wall. Then they're going to send more wall breakers to break this wall, and then what? You're going to send in troops and they're going to hit these 2 tiny bombs and do what? That just doesn't make any sense. Red bombs and black bombs together, that doesn't make any sense either. You want your red bombs to hit balloons, and you want your black bombs, your black seeking air mines, to hit the lava hounds. It's just, there's so much wrong with this base. The clan castle can be lured with 1 hog, and then double poison, and there it is. The CC troops are dealt with. Again, it's just really easy for someone to just send in 1 hog, kill the CC, and then just come in here with 2 golems, take out the air defenses and the queen, and laloon the back end. There you go. 2 lava hounds here, 1 here, boom. The raid's over, you won. So, and then for hogging, my gosh, you send 1 in here, or you can even send a bunch in here, and because they're going to trigger 1 at a time, just put a heal spell here. And because all the point defenses are on the outside, you just have to put a heal here, and put a heal here, and then put a heal here too, and then you're gonna have a heal here. So there's your 3 heals. All you had to do was take out the queen and the CC troops, and then the middle of the base has, mortars and air defense, which aren't very high damaging towers to the hog riders. They're not going to hit really any spring traps. They're not going to hit these. They're going to go here, 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 here. They're not going to go over these spring traps. So those are useless. They're probably not going to trigger all of these. It's just a really easy base to take out regardless of what strategy you want to do. So hopefully none of you guys are running this base, and if you are, you'll change your mind and watch some of my videos on how to make your own anti 3-star base, which will be a lot better than the tailor, hopefully. And yeah, I think that's it. A little bit of a rant there. But yeah, don't try to make your traps effective. Try to put them in smart spots. It would be smarter to have this red bomb over here by this cannon because it's not covered by air defenses. So if you have 2 archer towers and a red bomb and a wizard tower, then maybe they can't get the 2-for-1 that they wanted to start the raid and to get the CC lured. Maybe that would be a little smarter. Maybe don't put a small bomb next to a spring trap in a place that's never even going to be touched by any troops. I mean, there's just no scenario in which a troop goes over these. So don't telegraph your Teslas to your opponent. Oh, here you go. Here's 4 spaces in the core that are all 2x2 that you see as empty before you start the raid. I wonder where the Teslas are. Like, just don't do that. Be a little smarter about your base building. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you want to see next. If you want more Town Hall 8 content, Town Hall 9. If you want more speed builds or more base breakdowns or more just commentaries on how to build a base, let me know.